Well, hello again, and thanks for coming back to learn a little more. So let me tell you about our first film and a little bit more about what Rock This World Films is all about. Our first major film is called 48, and it's an intense, action-packed thriller that's based on real stories of real victims of human trafficking in the sex slave industry. But 48's not a documentary or an after-school special. It's an action-packed, adrenaline-inducing drama that's going to keep you on the edge of your seat right up until the very end. You see, we're about reaching mainstream audiences, large audiences, so we'll have a better chance to raise more money and more awareness for these charities and for these victims. That's where we need you. We need you to join us and help us launch this mission. See, if we get together, we can make a huge impact in the world around us, and we can really help those people that desperately need it. 1/3 of all runaway victims who are trapped into the sex slave industry are forced into it within 48 hours of running away. Human trafficking has become a huge industry, and these are professional trackers and they move fast, so we need to as well. 48 is based largely on a story of how this happened to a 13-year-old girl, and it centers around the 48 hours to rescue her before it's likely she'll never be seen again.
I grew up like a fairy tale. So that's what's so crazy about it.
Human trafficking is the second largest criminal enterprise in the world today, and as such, it affects everyone, everywhere. And the majority of the victims are innocent women and children. So while 48 shows ways that girls are being forced into this industry, we also delve into the psychological side of the sex slave industry and how many girls are tricked into it. This is a really important aspect of the sex slave industry, and it's one that's not talked about much, even with the little press that it's getting in the mainstream media. You see, it's something that deals directly with morality, and in a lot of ways, and many times today, morality is just not politically correct, so we don't talk about it. However, I believe that the empirical evidence strongly suggests that when we remove morality from our everyday lives and from our everyday discussions, we open the door wide open to evil. And right now, evil's walking through it. And this evil is directly impacting innocent little girls that desperately need our help.
You know, one night I had all the girls in the office and we were talking. I'd had a meeting and then we were talking and I said, I'd like to find out what we all have in common. And when it came down to it, what every one of us girls had in common was that we were all without a father figure in our lives. Every girl in the room. I mean, there was 15 girls there. And that's what every single one of us lacked in our lives was a father figure. And I thought that was pretty sad.
These are innocent little girls, many of whom have had some of the most disgusting and unspeakable evils perpetrated upon them.
High school's rough for me. When I was in high school, I was at a party. I was a freshman in high school. I was 14 years old. And this, somebody put something in my drink. And I woke up and this guy was on top of me. Yeah, raped me.
And they talk about how most of them, there was child abuse or they were raped or there's so many kinds of things. Would you like to talk a little bit about your history?
So we need you to help us spread this mission. The more backers we get, the quicker we can get this film into theaters, and the quicker we can get at our ultimate goal, which is to help those missions that are already out in the world helping these victims. You see, a lot of charities only reach out to a small group of people. That's why we're targeting film and TV, a venue that reaches out to huge numbers of people. See, it's a lot easier to get somebody to spend $10 on a movie ticket than it is to get them to donate $10 to starving children in Africa. Why not do both at the same time? That's where our mission comes in, and that's where we can make an impact. And we need you to help us get this mission started. You see, with many hands, even the biggest problems in this world can be solved. So we know that we have an incredible mission here, and one that can make a big impact in this world, all from producing entertaining shows. When was the last time you saw a film or a TV show and thought that it just negatively impacted the world? I mean, seriously. Help us change that by producing shows that we all can be proud of and using those films and shows to directly impact the victims throughout the world and make their lives better. So please join us and become part of our team today. So on behalf of Rock This World Films, again I thank you, and may God bless you.